guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Bonso Dolo. I am the medical student from the University of Pretoria. Please like, comment, subscribe and share this video or the link with your friends, your sisters and all that. So today I will be talking about things I wish I knew before getting into medicine, or things I wish I knew earlier, for example, during my first year. Um, like I said previously on my video that medicine is not about, taking pictures in your stethoscopes, just wearing your stethoscope every day. There's a lot required from you, but then let's get to it. I have my book here, so I will be referring to it now and then, so don't mind me looking down. So the first one is it's okay to move from distinctions to being average. This happens, I think this happens mostly with people that are from BSc. We've been, you know during our BSc years, all we did was fight to get distinctions. We're sleeping less because we wanted to get distinctions and all that. And somehow when you get to medicine, that is just something else. You literally move from your 80s, your 90s to just 60, sometimes 50, and then when you're lucky, there's 70, right? I think that also comes with being comfortable and free, because let's think about it. Your BSc years were hectic. You were fighting for something else. You were fighting to get into medicine, and to get into medicine you need distinctions, right? And then when you get into medicine, you get a bit comfortable and free to say, okay, at least now I don't need to fight for distinctions. I just need to fight to pass. But at some point it's not easy to accept that, because it's like you are failing yourself, you are failing your family and all that, because you've been getting distinctions and now you can't even get a 60%. It's so difficult to get to even a nice 60%, just like, so I think the first step is to accept that it's okay, it's okay, it's okay. Try, but if the distinctions are not distinctioning, then it's fine, it's fine. Accept and move on. Okay. The second point is mainly for UP students, that it's okay to not promote. When you get to UP, you are made to believe that promoting defines you, in such a way that if you don't promote, you feel like you are dumb, feel like you are a failure or something like that. And that also took me a while to accept that it's okay to not promote, right? Because there are certain things that promotion come with. Number one, low self-esteem. Number two, some people get depressed because now they couldn't promote. Their friends promoted and they couldn't promote, and now it's like they have to stay behind to write the exam while their friends are going home on vacations, doing all that. But at the end of the day, we forget that even if we don't promote, we still pass. Promotion is not saying that's it, that's the end of the world, you have failed this module or you have failed this year. No, it means that for that time you couldn't get that mark to promote, but at least at the end of the day you're given a chance to write an exam. You write an exam. If the first exam actually doesn't go right, you go right the second exam. It's not like, oh, you didn't promote, that's it. I myself, during second year, I went through a lot, especially with your microbiology, your BS, your microbiology, your pathology, anatomy, right? So at UP, right, I always say, let's not compare, guys. Let's not compare universities, because you don't know what I've been through, to not be able to promote, right? So at UP, we do modules in weeks, right? For example, in second year, you do physiology from January until second week or third week of February, and that period is not enough to learn physiology, right? So we are chasing time, we are chasing tests, because now every week on Mondays you are writing a test. Like, there's just something going on every Monday, right? So it's not enough for you to learn everything, so hence promoting becomes a problem. We move again to anatomy, the most depressing module ever. You do anatomy for 8 weeks, and when I say you do for anatomy for 8 weeks, I mean, in a sense that, don't think in that 8 weeks we are doing only the basics. No, we are learning anatomy from head to toe. So how they divide it is that, week one you would only focus on thorax, so each and every detail about thorax is there, right? And then the next week you move, and then you only have 8 weeks to complete the whole of anatomy. 8 weeks is not a lot, guys. So you see, it's not a lot to learn, to understand. No, it's not giving you time to learn, to understand, right? You are just learning to write and pass, and that also is a problem, because how they ask questions is that they expect you to understand, but they forget that they haven't given you enough time to learn to understand. So you see, promotion just comes with a lot. So don't pressurize yourself, don't be like me. Guys, one day I was just overwhelmed and I went to see a psychologist. And I got there and I started crying because anatomy was just not promotable. I couldn't promote anatomy. So and another one, the third point is, do not be comfortable. I'm saying do not be comfortable in a sense that, yes, you've made it into medicine, but that does not mean you need to be comfortable. You still need to be a student. You still need to pass. You still need to be a better doctor, and that comes with learning almost every day. The fourth point is that, I wish I knew that consistency is not always possible. Why do I say consistency is not always possible? Is that, excuse me, you go to the hospital in the morning, you come back, you're tired, right? You have this schedule written, and then you posted it or plugged it somewhere, and then it says from 6 until 12 o'clock I'm going to study, right? But then you've been at the hospital the whole day, you've been on your feet the whole day, right? And then when you come back, you're just tired, right? You are fighting to study, but they're not going in, it's not happening, right? So at the end of the day, you get to be behind with your work, right? Because it's impossible to be consistent when you are always tired, right? So why I've put this point is that it's important to me, and I feel like it should be important to everyone to know that, yes, we preach consistency every day, but sometimes life doesn't give you that opportunity to be consistent, and it's okay to not be consistent, as long as at the end of the day you will try to catch up with your schoolwork, with your life and all that. The fifth point is to have a life outside of medicine. So this is very important, guys. Like, I know school is just difficult, During your weekends, that's when you mostly want to catch up with your schoolwork, because during the week you're busy at the hospital, You come back, you're tired, you study for a short period of time, and you can't even cover a full chapter. And on Saturday, Sunday, you feel as though it is very, very important to use it to catch up on schoolwork. But also, you need to have a life outside of medicine. Go out for movies, go out, be with your friends. It doesn't have to be the whole day. You can make it a morning thing, you can make it an afternoon thing, you can make it an evening thing. If you are making it an evening thing, from morning, afternoon, you are studying, and all that. This one, guys, it's important to get enough sleep. I wrote that mind block is real. Guys, I've been through this. Like, one thing about me, these days I will sleep, because I have been through mind block, guys, during a test. And it happens during a test where I was cross-nighting, and then in the morning I took a bath, and then I was like, let me go. Right, guys, when I got to the test, the only thing I could remember was the page numbers. It was during anatomy. The only thing I could remember were the page numbers. I was like, no, but then I did this on page what. But what I did, it was so blank. I remember I even failed that test because I was just I was just not remembering anything except for page numbers, and for the fact that I did go through this. It hurts a lot when you remember that you've done this thing, you've studied this thing, but then you can't remember the details. So get enough sleep. I know Prof. Kakaza for UP students said, if you are a UP student and you are sleeping for 8 hours, you must sleep for less than 4 hours. Yes, sometimes you are forced to sleep for less than 4 hours. But then when you get time to sleep. Don't force things. Sleep. Like, sleep, even if it's for 8 hours, sleep. Because also that counts in a sense that when you wake up, you feel fresh, you are ready to, start the day and all that. So yeah, guys, mind block is real. Take it from me, I have experienced it. I failed that test, like literally failed it. Okay, so the next point is to be consistent with your study method. And it's also okay to try new study methods. So for me, when I got to medicine, I was still using my BSc study methods, and they were not working for me. I had to change my study methods to find what works for me. But then as time went on, your first year, second year, third year, fourth year, fifth year, and then now I'm just like, those study methods from back, they're not working for me now. So now I need a study method that works for me now. So it's okay to move from one study method to another, but then when you find that study method that works for you, try to be consistent with it. Don't work on it this week, and then next week you're like, nope, I'm tired. No, try to be consistent with it. As long as it works for you, try to be consistent with it. This one says, your doctors, your regis, your consultants aren't nice. They will break you or build you. So this is real, guys. When you get to the hospital, there are some doctors that are very, very rude. Like, they will crush you. They will make you feel like you don't belong in that hospital, And to me, it doesn't make sense, because you were also a student, and you know how it works, when you are a student. But now, because you're a doctor and you are above us, you feel like, we are nothing. To me, it doesn't make sense. So I say, because some doctors are to build you, and then some doctors are just there to just crush you. accept it and go home and study. Like yeah, there was this other doctor. So now guys, I am that one student that I will participate. If I don't understand, I'm there. I will be there asking questions. If I know the answer, I will answer. Sometimes even when I'm not sure about the answer, I will throw in my answer. And this other time, I was just not feeling the day. I was sick. I was a bit sick, and then this doctor. So when I'm sick, most of the times I stand behind students, right, so that they don't point at me to say you get. So I was at the back, and then he could see that every time he asked a question, Dolo is quiet. And then he just came to me, was like, ever since you got here, you did not answer any question, right? So I tried explaining to him that I am actually one student that will answer. Even if the answer is wrong, I will just throw in the answer. It's just that today I am not feeling well. And he did not understand that. So the whole what rounds, he was just busy, guys, at me. Like every time he asked a question, he'll come at me and be like, let's start with you at the back. And I'm just like, did you not understand the point, the part where I said I am not feeling well? So they don't get that. Whether you're not feeling well, you are happy, you are sad, some don't care. They just want you to be there. So guys, these people, they will make you want to cry right there, right now. Like you just want to cry, like you are ready, the tears are here, like yo. And then the second last point is that you should have a support system. It's okay to see a psychologist, whoever you feel like you can go to for help. This is very important, guys. I told you, second year I saw the point when I was almost very close to being depressed because of anatomy. So I went to see a psychologist at UP, and then yeah, that guy was so helpful. He helped me go through anatomy, and then we moved from anatomy to anatomical pathology to microbiology. So he was almost there the whole year, and he helped me because after seeing him, now I know that when I am tired, I come back from the hospital and I feel tired, I will rest. Back then, even when I'm tired, I will still force myself to study, like literally force myself to study, and then I'll be so exhausted, bent out and all that. So that's one of the reasons why I had a mind block, because I was not sleeping enough. So now I know better. I know that, what, when you're tired, rest. Resting doesn't necessarily mean sleep the whole day. Resting means move away from anything that has to do with academics. Drink tea, watch something for an hour, and then come back. So it's always good because that person can make you realize something that you didn't see before. Like for me, the need to sleep, guys, it was non-existent. But now I know better. I know that, okay, I'm tired, I'm gonna sleep. Or when I'm studying and I start feeling that, what, I've spent too much time on just 2 slides, that means my mind is not taking it anymore. Let me go rest. And then I rest, or I watch. Normally my resting is just watching a YouTube video or taking a nap and all that. So that is very important. Have friends also that you can talk to, but then with friends you need to be careful of who you talk to, because some people can't relate, they don't understand. I mean, if you're going to talk to someone that always has their things in order, they won't really understand why your things are not in order. So their advice won't be wise. There are some students that get distinctions. And when you tell them, oh my god, I did not promote, they are like, but yo, this thing is easy, you know, you could have done. I'm not asking you to tell me what to do. I am telling you that I did not promote. So the least you can do is just support me at that point, you know, or at that time. But no, so choose wisely, you know, because some people, when I say have a support system, some people that you think are a support system are not really a support system. They will make things worse for you. Like after talking to them, you will feel even worse. Like, so guys, batlogeleng bao. Did you me? And then the last point is that, guys, this one I wish I knew from maybe second year, third year, or when you get to your clinical years, you are overworked, like literally overworked. And about not even 5K nyana every month, 10K, and then 15K nyana. No, you get literally zero, like zero zero. And then that time you are being overworked, like you barely eat when you're at the hospital. The only time you sit and say, okay, I'm eating, is when you are back in your room and that's when you are eating. And yeah, guys, some doctors don't see a problem. Like, they will tell you you can't eat. Some will reprimand you because you went and decided to go eat, and they're like, but how can you go eat when this and that, when this and that? That time motu you're not a coffee mara, when you can't even go and buy yourself coffee and just like. But yeah, guys, your clinical years are so painful. Like, I am forever tired, and me being tired is just something because I need to come back and study, but most of the times you can't do that. Or even when you study, you're like studying for 1 hour 30 minutes and you are so over studying, you are tired, you want to sleep, because again the next day you have to wake up very early to go to the hospital, the same hospital where they overworked you yesterday. You're gonna go there and you're gonna work again because you need signatures from these consultants or from these doctors, and until you do what they tell you to do, they won't sign for you. So yeah, guys, thank you for watching. Please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share.